Ladies and gentlemen, it is your boy, and today is gonna be a very important video. So you may have seen the title. Everybody is struggling against JP. This character is an absolute biatch. Alright, so the problem with this character is when you get knocked down, most of the people, including me, don't know how to close in the gap. Now I can't teach you how to play the neutral because frankly your boy don't know how to play the neutral too. I am learning the game, but I have learned some things about this character that will help you to close the distance between you and JP. You know what I mean? After JP knocks you to full screen, I'm gonna show you how to carefully and in a most optimal way close the gap between you and the character. And if you find this video to be very helpful, right, please give your boy a like and subscribe to the channel and drop your thoughts on what's going to be the next character that I should cover. I will lab out every character that you want to lab and I will show you the result. All right, so the two main things that we're going to deal with are JP's knockdown. The first knockdown, you may have seen this knockdown. Whenever you're trying to play the neutral, right, JP hits you with this. All right, you're now in full screen, and now the old me would immediately wake up a drive rush or wake up jump or wake up dash. Don't do anything of that. In fact, let me show you some rules while fighting JP. All right, rule number 1, never back rise against JP. If JP knocks you down, never back rise. The important thing about fighting this character is the distance. You are in always need of to close the gap between you two. So never do this option. Where is that? Always recover in place. Never recover backwards. Let me show you the difference. So if JP knocks you down and you recover backwards, the distance is far more greater than you recover in place. Look at this. Now, okay, did you see that? Okay, it looks like it doesn't, the distance doesn't matter, but it absolutely does. All right, okay, let me just prove you with this. I'm in the corner, right? I knock you with this move, knock you down with this move. I am now 1 2 3 4 5 6 boxes away from JP. Now if I recover backwards, let's see how much distance that I wake up in. Now 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, nearly 9 boxes. This is full screen if you wake up backwards, but you have to always recover in place. All right, do not give JP space. This character thrives on getting away with the space control and everything, so always wake up in place. The second rule is watch out for spike. This is this move, right? Any version of this move, far, close, or short, medium, any move of this, always watch out for this move because this move is going to be very important in closing the distance. All right, so the next rule is never dash after that spike. All right, so what do I mean by that? Okay, let me show you. So I have set the computer to always dash after blocking. Now, all right, I've set the computer to dash and block. All right, let's see how this goes. So I'm going to set the computer to block once, and then after blocking once, it's going to dash forward and block. Let's see how that goes. You can't do that, alright? You absolutely cannot dash after blocking that spike. That's why you always watch out for that move. Look at this. Alright? Never dash after the spike, because if you do, you're gonna be sent to the full screen again. You're gonna be taking a lot of damage, and JP resets you to the full screen once again. Instead, what you always do is, after blocking that spike, right, you just walk forward curve for a very couple of frames, very slightly. You just walk forward very little and then block like this. I've set the computer to to walk forward slightly and then block, right? So this is very important when playing against JP. So if you block against that spike, right, after, because the reason that the spike, always watch out for the spike, is important, right? Because after this move, JP can't do anything big, like if he throws the fireball, we can react to the fireball and we can walk forward a little bit more. And the only thing that JP really can do very quickly after doing the spike is doing another spike. That's why we always walk forward a little and then block. All right, so always remember, if you block the spike, always just walk forward a little and then block. You may ask, why can't I jump after blocking that spike? Let me show you why it's a bad idea. That's what it happens. So if the JP player, after doing the far spike, right, if he makes the note of you always jumping forward, he can do a medium spike which comes near the mid screen, and oh god, and then you will be sent to the full screen again while taking damage. See, you're sent to the full screen again. That's why it is always a safer option to just, after blocking the spike, walk forward and block. Just walk forward and block. In that way, even the medium spike doesn't hit. The far spike, you can walk forward and block. You can always do that. All right, see, just by walking forward and blocking, see how much distance you cover. Oh, that time I just mistimed it. That's how you do it. Now you're in the neutral again. All right, just don't walk forward too much and don't walk for just very little. Just walk for the perfect time. It's close to 24 frames. Your walk forwarding and blocking should be exactly 24 frames or 20 frames. Just walk forward a little and block. Now we're gonna be dealing with the two best knockdown sequence that JP players always do. So this sets up a lot of things. All right, so the first thing that these knockdowns are almost the same sequence. They're almost the same sequence. All right, there are a couple of things that you need to watch out when you're waking up. The first knockdown that we're gonna deal with, the heavy cane into the OD fireball. All right, so what as a player we need to watch out for a couple of things. If he okay, so if he ends up with the spike right after the OD ball, right, if he ends up with the spike, so this is how JP players always think. JP players will always try to set up this portal. This is an annoying piece of shit move. All right, so you may notice that JP players will go for something like this. All right, did you see that? So after knocking you down, they will set up a portal that will open up a whole nother can of worms. What we need to observe is, if he goes for the spike right and after the OD fireball, if he goes for the spike and then he goes for the portal, you can do a couple of things. But you need to, not everything is not guaranteed. All you need to do is be aware of the situation. So OD fireball into spike, and then oh god, okay, so he can immediately set up the spike, right? He can do that. But if he just goes for the spike and set up a portal, in that case okay, you have to remember this. Every time JP knocks you down, he can get a meaty spike. On your wake up, he can do this. You have to block every single time. Always remember to wake up block. But if the JP player goes for the spike and then sets up a portal, you know what you can do? You can wake up, dash forward, and then block. I have set up the computer to wake up, dash forward, and then block. Oh god, no, there's the block option. Okay, so wake up and then he's gonna block. Now let's see, I'm gonna do the heavy cane, OD fireball, and then the spike, and then gonna set up the portal. And if I do a meaty spike, right, it won't work, because JP will have a longer recovery period of time, and therefore he can't do the meaty spike. It goes like this. You see that? So you can, if he go, this is the only sequence that it works. So a lot of times JP players will go this. They will be greedy. They have to set up the they can only get a damage, or they can set up the portal. They can't have two things at the same time. But if they don't go for the spike and they immediately go for the portal, I can wake up a meaty spike immediately. Let me just show you that. Oh god. See, the computer tried to wake up, dash forward, and block, but what did I do? I just went for the OD fireball and immediately set up the portal. So that way JP has a lot of time for recovery. If he just goes for the OD fireball and immediately goes for the portal setup, do not dash forward and block. Just wake up, block. All right, that's the safest sequence that you can do. All right, so if he goes for the spike and then goes for the portal, oh god, spike, portal, meaty. If he goes for the spike, portal, and he tries to meaty you with the spike, the faraway spike, you can dash forward and then block. Remember, this is not a guaranteed sequence. It is just a read, but sometimes making a simple read will go a long way when fighting this character. And then there's a couple of variations for this sequence too. So there is a way that JP can spike you and get a portal and then go for the meaty. He can get everything, but he has to spend a couple of bars for it. So it goes like this: OD spike, meter. All right, so that way it works. If he ends this sequence with OD spike, this move, the OD spike, right? OD spike, and then goes for the portal. Do not wake up, dash forward, and then block, because the meaty would hit you. It goes like this: portal. Yeah, you can't. Even normal spike would hit. Normal spike, it will hit you. All right. So do not go for it. If he, okay, remember, if he ends this sequence with a normal portal, sorry, with a normal spike, and say goes for the portal, you can just dash forward and block. Oh god, let me show you. Dash forward and block. It will work. If he goes for the, if he doesn't go for the spike and directly goes for the portal, please don't dash forward and block, because you will be getting hit by the meaty. If he goes for the OD spike and then, oh, I mistimed it. OD spike, portal, and then if he goes for the meaty again, it will hit you. So he will do anything if he does, if he hits any sequence with a OD version, right? Like OD portal, OD spike. Do not do anything. Just wake up, block in. It will work. All right. So there's another sequence with this character that JP players will hit you with. This move. It acts like the same thing. All right. Oh god. It's the same sequence. It's the same sequence. After he does the, yeah, this thing, and he ends with the fireball. If he does not go for the spike and he directly goes for the portal setup, once again, do not wake up, dash forward, or do not even move. Just wake up, block. And like this too. And if he goes for the what's that, if he ends with an OD sequence, he'll get everything. He'll get everything in this world that has to offer. Just a bitch ass character. Oh god, my fault. Come on. See, it doesn't work. If he ends with an OD spike and then goes for the portal, once again, it will work. He'll go for the, it has this sequence too. Okay, he can set a double portal. Yeah, it won't work. If he ends any sequence with an OD, yeah, that too will not work. Now that you know about this sequence, right? So remember, if he ends the combo with an OD spike or OD portal, if he doesn't end the sequence with the spike, do not move. But if he ends the combo with OD spike, right? Sorry, with the normal spike and then goes for the portal, you can dash forward and then block, but JP players can also do this. He can do a meaty OD setup, like the OD spike on your wake up, and it will hit you. See, on your wake up he can do a lot of stuff. So it's basically, it's always better to, like 90% of the time, wake up block. All right, that's the first step. Once JP pushes you to the full screen, it is better to wake up block. Now that's the first part is all right. How do we get from here to near JP? Now we're gonna break it down. I'm gonna break it down to you. After wake up, right, all you have to do is just, once you block the sequence, remember JP players will almost 90% of the time will go for the sequence. Let me show you this sequence. Like, okay, no, block after first hit. Okay, all right, they'll almost go for the spike. Now you have to remember this magic number. Okay, remember this. You can't move or press any buttons for 4 sequence. You gotta block 4 times, and then only then you can kind of move in the sequence. By moving, I mean walk forward a little bit and block. Let me show you this. Okay, I'm gonna set my computer to after a block reversal, right? I'm gonna set my computer to just walk forward a little bit and then block. So after blocking the sequence, he will slightly walk forward and block. So how many turns is it gonna take? Okay, so remember, portal, if he goes for the portal, walk, wait forward. Yeah, you can't walk forward immediately. He can go for OD setup too. You see that after OD spike, you can't immediately walk forward. In fact, I believe you can't walk forward after any spike. After any spike, you can't walk forward like a very confidently. If the timing is very tight by the JP player, right? You can't move at all. So once again, another thing that you have to remember: do not immediately move forward after the spike from the portal. All right, so okay, that spike from the portal, right? Okay, let me just try to show you how plus is that after blocking that portal spike. No, so from here it's only -2, right? But let me just show you. Did you see that? Every time you block a spike, a spike from the portal, right? That portal spike, JP is +10. So do not, I repeat, do not move immediately after you block the portal spike, because every time that you do, you will be hit by a ground spike. All right, so just wait patiently, because this is free. This is free. Did you see that? After blocking that the portal spike, right? I'll set the computer to move forward slightly and block, right? But it will not work because it's +10. And every time JP every time JP will do a spike, right? For the when he goes for the ground spike, after the portal spike, you will get hit. So you have to block this sequence. So imagine it goes like this. All right. Okay. So after you block, waking up blocking, right? Just remember to block everything that JP throws after you, but remember to only move after you block the portal spike and then the ground spike. Only then you can move. Remember, you can only move after blocking this sequence. Wait, let me show you. Okay, you can only move after blocking the portal spike and then the ground spike. See, the third time when I do that spike, right, spike into spike, it doesn't work because you can walk forward and then block for a little while. But if you go for the portal spike into regular spike, it will hit you. If you try to move after the portal spike, the regular spike will hit you. See, lot of damage. Okay. See, every time you block the regular spike, you can just walk forward a little bit and then block. Okay, and then block. He tried to move after the portal spike and then he got hit by it. So that's how basically you close the gap between JP. So I'm gonna set the computer. Let's see how many after how many moves does the computer can actually move. Let's see if the this is the sequence, right? He goes for this portal. Maybe he usually goes for this. Do not jump after seeing this. All right. Do not jump. Just walk forward and always block a little bit. So if you jump and if the JP player has the reads on you, he can adjust the trajectory of the spike. He can do a mild spike. He can do a close spike. If you try to drive rush from full screen, he has a lot of things to counter you with. So always remember. Okay. Everything is guaranteed for JP. This bastard. Do not try to move after the fireball too, because this is how JP's fireballs work. If he's full screen, right, he can do just continuously, like think of this as a block string. But your character does a block string, right? Like light is a true block string for almost all the character. Think of this as a true block string for JP. It is a true block string actually. So after the regular fireball, if I try to move, the spike will hit. So you have to block for 2. Let's see how let's see if blocking 2 times you can move. Did you see that? You have to block at least 4 times. The computer tried to move after the second block, but this block string is so tight even the computer cannot move forward. All right, let me show you this once again. 1 2 3 4. But take a look at this. The computer is set to move after blocking twice. Let me show you this. 1 2. So that sequence is completely free. So do not try to move. The spike, the portal spike will hit you, and after you try to block and after you try to move, block the portal spike, right? So if you try to move after blocking the portal spike, don't do it. It's a bad idea. Always wait for this move. Always move after this move. And if for some reason there's a portal, right? Wait for the portal to go out. Wait for the portal to go out, and then you try to move. Alright, that's how you close the gap for JP. Remember, do not jump. Block for 4 sequences. The block string, remember, this is completely free. This is completely free. If you try to move, you will get hit. It's a true block string for JP. So when do you move? After blocking the portal spike and then the regular spike. Always try to move after blocking this spike. Alright? Remember, walk forward and then block a little. That's how you close the gap between JP. So remember, this also works when you are in this area, right? Do not be afraid to drive rush JP, because JP's fireball only works after certain distances. All right, so always try to challenge JP in this section, but don't willy-nilly drive rush like blindly. All right, so it doesn't work. He has a lot of buttons to keep you in check. One of the best buttons to check dry rushing. So this is one of the god tier buttons. This is broken. This is broken. So yeah, so just remember, when you're in full screen, always try to move after this spike. All right, watch out for the fireballs. You can jump after fireballs too, but remember, don't be predictable with your jumping, because if you jump right, let me show you. After blocking the sequence, if you try, see, he can do that. If he has a read on you, he can do that too. So that's why every time you block a fireball from full screen, just try to walk forward a little bit and then block, because the computer is set to jump forward, right? So let's see if this works. Right? Oh no, it's for setting up. Okay, now it's set for blocking for just once. It doesn't work too. All right, always, because remember, fireball into spike is a real block string. This is a real block string. This is a real block string. So remember, if you block the fireball immediately, wait for the spike to come out, and after you block the spike, then walk forward a little bit and move and block a little. Right? Don't be rushing in on JP. Once you're in this zone, you can rush him down with the drive rushes. But when you're full screen, do not try to drive rush in, because all you have to do is remember this. This is kind of a weakness for JP. Not a weakness, it's a great tool. But every time you block the spike, right, remember, walk forward a little bit and then block. Not immediately. Did you see that? How much distance that I cover? So when you can't, these are the sequence that you can't move. Fireball into spike is a real thing, so don't move. Always wake up, block, right? Or except for that one sequence, if the JP doesn't ends with the spike and then goes for the portal, if you have a read, like if you have a really good read, it's a very high risk read, right? Dash forward and block, but I would advise you to just block every time you wake up, because he gets this every single time. If he ends a combo with a meaty spike and then goes for the portal, do not move. Basically 99% of the time, wake up, block, and whenever you block this spike, right, walk forward and block, walk forward and block. Always be aware of the spike, because after that spike hits it, JP is plus 10, meaning this is guaranteed. All right, that sequence is guaranteed. If you try to move after this, you will get punished for it. All right, so just remember to walk forward and block, walk forward a little and block every time you block that spike, right? Spike, remember, walk forward and block after spike, right? Whew, this was a big video. There's a lot more nuances to this character, but this is kind of like the basic thing of the things that you have to watch when you're fighting against JP. This is how you cover the distance from getting from full screen to near the JP. Be patient. Do not drive rush in from full screen. Don't jump. Always remember, after the portal spike hits you, JP is plus 10, and after you block the regular spike, just try to walk forward a little bit and block. All right, that's it from me, ladies and gentlemen. If you find this video to be really helpful to you, right, if you learned something from this, make sure to please like and subscribe to the channel, because that'll be very helpful. If you are struggling with this matchup, or if your friends are struggling with this matchup, right, please share this video, send them the link to the video, or if you're watching, please post this video to the subreddit. I can't post it to the Reddit. I don't know what's happening with that. Yeah, but if you learned something from this, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. It's time that JP goes down. All right, I am sick and tired of this motherfucker. I can't wait to experiment on the next JP that comes around. All right, I can't wait to do all the stuff that I told you in an actual match. I can't wait for it. So that's it from me, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, hope you have a wonderful day. Leave a comment section on which character that you would like for me to cover, which sequence, and I'll make sure to love that like thoroughly. All right, that's it from me. Good day. Thank you.